Whose tree is this?
That's mine.
Listen.
I think so.
This the front?
Oh, that's the one I'm choosing, yeah. I vary my decision on that from time to time.
I'm just wondering, looking at that book,
What sort of tree is it?
because it's a bottle brush oak. It's a callistemon. I think it's a callistemon. So looking at it from this angle where you are, the moss on the front here and the rock obscures the vision of the Nabari. You don't really see the Nabari, you see the trunk from about that point up. Whereas on the other side you've got a Nabari. And it's cut away more and it's much more exposed. I just wonder, and this rock there is background rather than foreground. And the reason why there's a dilemma about which is front and which is back is because the curvature of the tree is very much east-west. It comes up and goes across the top. Because of that, it doesn't lean one way or the other. And therefore, you can look at it and think, is this the front or is that the front? Because it's oriented about this central axis. So what could be done to make that a nicer tree? And it's very nice at the moment. It's got a good strong branch development down low. It hasn't been left behind. It's been developed, got some good weight. Might be a little tall for its height. But I think you need to choose the front, one or the other. And I think even this scar on the trunk is much more visible from this side, and it's quite interesting for Australian native. Choose a front and then orient the tree a little bit so that it declines towards the front a little, so that it comes across it. And that would make the trunk line even more visual. So you could give the whole tree a little lift over, as well as bring the apex over. And then just work on refining the top so that the canopy is somewhere there rather than up high.
Carrot was very big on bowing the trees.
And I think as a matter of practicality, it makes for a more attractive bonsai. Rather than do it because it's a rule, do it because it does make them more attractive. It makes them more interesting. Particularly the larger they are, for a very large tree, have it inclined towards you makes it much more interesting and much more engaging. Less necessary with a small tree because it's much bigger at that size.
Steve, given that that tree is growing out of a rock, how are you going to incline it?
It's not actually growing out of a rock. The rocks are there. It's around it. I think you just put a wedge of potting media under the back of it. It will incline. So you can do that, but that's not the necessary step. I think the only necessary step is to take the top of the tree and you can put a beam in the top third of the tree and just incline it a little bit towards the front. There's plenty of options up here in the front of the tree for actually just rounding out the canopy. But that's a very promising